そっと眠る君起こさぬよう見つめていた。風の強い夜は胸騒ぎで君は震えてる。抱きしめてあげられるなら雪の結晶みたいに消えたっていいのに。I play for you in the night。 ベッドの船でたった二人きりで銀河を漂ってずっと隣で時間さえ閉じ込めて永遠を探す夢のそっと眠る君起こさぬよう見つめていた。青い月明かりは悲しみの予感連れてくるの。君は闇に誘うこといつも恐れ、私は終わることを恐れる。In the night。 ベッドの船でたった二人きりで星座をつなぎ替えずっと隣で夜空を巡っていく神話の物語はノックだ。報われぬ恋だとしても構わないよ、ただ見つめていられるのなら。I play for you in the night。 ベッドの船でたった二人きりで銀河を漂ってずっと隣で時間さえ閉じ込めて永遠を探せたらいいの。ベッドの船でたった二人きりで星座をつなぎ替えずっと隣で夜空を巡ってく神話の物語はノックだ。止めないでノックだ。そっと眠る君起こさぬよう見つめていた。Second to retreat. Just know that I'm there with you. Together we will make it through the dark, and we will rise up. Now I can hear you when I cross my eyes. I can feel your hand in mine. Now I can hear you, I can find you. Finally I realize, for you I promise I'll never forget every moment that we spent together. Promise I'll hold my head high, keep together, standing on the sky. When we're sound back to the start, and fear is rising in my heart, I feel the strength you give me, and I begin to shine. Even in the dead of night, just look toward and warm the light. Follow your heart and I will be waiting there. Take my hand, let's start again. For you I promise I'll never forget every moment that we spent together. Promise I'll hold my head high, I'll repeat that
Hey yo, welcome guys to the Teyvat Hangout episode number 8 with our special guest FlowCat and as always my co-host Val. But you know, before we get into it, I want to give FlowCat the chance to introduce himself. FlowCat.
Why, hello there. I am FlowCat. I'm a Genshin content creator. Yeah. I started playing in Ganyu's Banner, the first one, and I was just a normal Genshin gamer for a long time and decided love the game enough to make content about it.
Really appreciate you stopping by, man, to be a part of this Teyvat Hangout. So as you guys may have noticed, I'm trying something different for this Teyvat Hangout, so you guys gotta let me know if you like it or not. And if you like this, let me just tell you there's more where it's coming from, so look forward to it. But quick heads up. So this Teyvat Hangout's gonna be a little different from normal. So we're going to be doing our Q&A section, but we also have a trivia section for FlowCat, where he has to answer 7 out of 10 questions. And if he can get those 7 questions, somebody in the chat at the time will receive a welcome moon for free. So it's all on FlowCat's shoulders.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever at all. Yeah. And then other than that, you know, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, the delay. I know you guys are probably wondering some thoughts and opinions on that. We'll share them with you later in the stream, 100%. So you don't have to worry about that. And I mean, there's quite a few things I want to talk about. I mean, I want to talk about some Honkai Star Rail, a little bit of Tower Fantasy. You guys know. So the usual. But yeah, before we get into any of the, the good stuff, guys, you guys got anything you want to say?
No. That's what I want to say.
All right, feels good, Val. Glad to hear it. And also, guys, you got something to say, FlowCat?
Oh, just live long and prosper,
Oh yeah,
the usual.
Yeah, and guys, as always, if you have any questions for FlowCat, me, or Val, feel free to ask them. I have a pinned message at the top linked to the Google Forms, so feel free to fill out any questions you may have that we'll ask near the end of the stream, okay? Just a heads up. All right, so let's go into the first topic. So I want to get the general stuff out of the way, So I wanted to ask FlowCat just his thoughts on Chasm. What is he thinking about it? Has he played it? That good stuff.
All right. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying the Chasm. I think that I was expecting less from a design. I think that they actually did a really good job with the design of the Chasm. It looks great. It does feel like you're spelunking when you're in there. Like, they have a lot of drop points, which I found really kind of cool. A lot of verticality. It looks like it's a good spot for lore. Like, they set up a lot of stuff. Like, I really like that the Serpent Knights have dialogue that hints at really interesting lore with Conria and stuff like that. It's been a cool experience. I didn't expect it to be as good as it is, considering it's basically a pass through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can 100% understand that. Yeah, I've now basically 100% of the underground, and all I gotta say is that they got a lot going on in the castle. A lot. I didn't realize how much was actually going on down there until I did some more extra exploring after the initial hype, and I was like, whoa, they actually got some really good stuff in here. There's even an element of it that's hinting at Sumeru, but I don't want to get too far into that because I know some people want to find that for themselves and are looking forward to it.
In the above ground area, if you dig around, there's a couple tunnels leading to passageways that hit invisible walls. So
yeah.
You have to kind of find them, but you can find invisible walls to certain areas that'll, let you know exactly how we're gonna get to different places.
True,
at least
true.
in that region.
Yeah, I think they have it. They've definitely planned the Chasm to be a big focal point into leading into Inazuma, in my opinion. So now the question is how we're gonna see how they all interconnect. But that's definitely one of the big things that I'm looking forward to. Chasm going into Inazuma. Alright, so we got your initial thoughts on the Chasm. Let's move on to your thoughts on the Irodori Festival.
Oh, yes. Okay, so anyone that knows me knows that Kazuha is my number one favorite character. and obviously that event was very heavily based around Kazuha. So I enjoyed it a lot. I love the kind of like slice of life, getting to hang out with the characters kind of vibe, and not only that, but like okay, so if you read Haran's weapon thing in the archive, Haran has a whole story about its forging and about the families that were involved with the forging, and Kazuha's ancestor, the one that they talked about in the event, is mentioned in that sword description. And because they brought it up in the event and in that sword description, I think that Kazuha is going to get his own unique weapon, and it's going to be basically like from his ancestor sort of thing.
I mean, I could definitely see that, but they already have what's his name, Freedom Sworn. So
yeah, but that's a part of the Mondstadt set. Like that's not really his sword. You know what I mean? And
no, I hear you.
I always thought that was a little weird that he released with that. But I think it can make sense that they're leading in with lore about like his family's backstory to like introduce his sword.
You see, for me personally, I could see them doing something like what they did with Albedo and giving him like a quest, like a free 4-star sword. That's like his sword. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They could totally take it that way.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even be upset with that, because a free to play option is next patch is a sword, like not a sword, but like a free weapon, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a free weapon. Yeah.
So it could even be next patch if they decide to rerun him. I don't look at leaks, so I don't really know. But...
No, I hear you. Yeah. But yeah, they could definitely do something like that, because like Klee has Dodoko tails, you know what I mean? Albedo has the Cinnabar Spindle. I mean, Venti technically has the Elegy, but he also has the Wind Bloom also, if you want to look at it like that, you know what I mean? So I could definitely see them doing like a 4-star option that's like free for, you know, Albedo. 100%. The thing is that with the Oathsworn, I wouldn't really... Like, it's like Kokomi designed, but it's really better for, like, Yaimika. It's a weird one, but it's actually not bad.
Yeah, I've been slapping that on Mona, actually. It's really good for her.
That weapon's pretty good, just, like, just throw on people, honestly. So, I kind of like it like that. But yeah, I could definitely see what you're talking about, because they did reference, like, you know, his play sword and everything. And it would be pretty cool for him to get, like, a sword that was made by, like, you know, somebody, one of his, like, maybe grandfather or something before he passed or something. That'd be pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm a sucker for lore stuff like that. So seeing those elements pop into the game, if they don't take it anywhere, then yeah, I'll be a little disappointed. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we could definitely see that. I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, in the case of Kazuha, I mean, it would make. But the thing is this: if Kazuha comes out in 2.8, right? Like, a lot of people are predicting he'll come 2.8 before 3.0. So if that's the case, right, then he would come out during the patch that's not a weapon patch, you know, a free weapon. It'd be a free character.
Yeah, true.
So,
true. The timing of that would be weird.
The timing needs to kind of be everything. I mean, at the end of the day, you might be right, and he might just get like a 5-star gacha weapon that's his instead. And, you know, I mean, like, look at Child. I mean, he was kind of shown to come with the Skyward Heart, but then later, all of a sudden, he got the Polar Star, you know? So it's not unheard of. Yeah,
and even before that, people, Engulfing Lightning, people were getting that for him, right? Or not Engulfing Lightning. What is it called?
The Yoimiya's weapon, the Thundering Pulse. Yeah,
Thundering Pulse.
But we knew that was Yoimiya's, though.
I know, but people were pulling that for Child, and it was so crazy because people pulled that for Child, and then
literally and then they got the Polar Star right after. Yeah. It's like, dang it, man! I already went hard for the Skyward Heart, then I went hard for the Thundering Pulse, and now you're telling me I gotta get this Polar Star? It's like, shoot.
Yeah, so if Child can have 3 weapons, then Kazuha can have a couple too, I guess.
That's true. That's true. That's very, very true. You're speaking facts, my man. You're speaking facts. But yeah, like the Irodori Fest. Yeah, it goes back.
For Kazuha's weapon, honestly, what more would they do with it? Because the EM scaling weapon is already like insane on him. Like, it's super nuts.
Yo, Valk, when you get the chance, can you up your gain?
Yeah, I got you. I just don't want to turn it up too loud, but yeah. The weapon he's already got is nuts. So it's like,
no, it is nuts. Yeah, that's true. Like, how do you, like, you're gonna power creep the Freedom Sworn with what? Because that weapon is insane.
I think it would just
incredibly powerful.
it'd probably be just built more for either a C6 Kazuha or it'll be built for like a sub DPS Kazuha, so it'll do a little more damage or work more with his personal damage, because Freedom Sworn is a buffing weapon and Iron Sting is a buffing weapon. And so people that want to build like a hybrid sub DPS buffer, they're pretty much left with like Jade Cutter or Mist Splitter, which it's really hard to balance his stats with those weapons. Like, if I don't know what they would do, to be honest. Like, I couldn't even guess.
I mean,
but I would.
If you go to C6 Kazuha, you're basically just using him as a DPS at that point. He ain't supported nobody.
Even then, his damage scales off EM, so it'd have to be another EM 5-star weapon, which is solely for Kazuha at that point. So
yeah.
I would think it would be something like it would have a crit substat, but it would have a passive that boosts his elemental mastery or something.
I could definitely see something like that. That'd be interesting. But yeah, they did definitely do a lot of story building for Kazuha in it, which is kind of funny because like it was really supposed to be setting up for Scaramouche, but we learned way more about Kazuha than we learned about Scaramouche, in my opinion.
We saw his legs. That was all we saw of him.
We did see them legs though.
All we saw was his legs. Man, they were those Scaramouche that have been.
And they're like, yeah, man, Scaramouche. You know what's crazy about it though? Like, they told us the story of like how Scaramouche like took out all the stuff, like all those peeps. But if you've done like any like real digging in the lore, you would have already known he did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really like new information. That's the thing. Like Kazuha stuff was new because we didn't really know that much about Kazuha's backstory. But like the Scaramouche like taking out, you know, the sword making art, like we knew about that. That wasn't really new. I mean, not everybody knew about that, of course. You know, that probably made it more public knowledge than before, 100%. But like, if you did enough digging, you would have known about like him taking out all this, like the sword forms, except like the last one.
Yeah, I think someone, I can't remember, I think it was Ashikai mentioned this, that like when Hoyoverse brings up lore, they tend to do it multiple times in different areas. Like they'll bring it up in an event, and then they'll bring it up in a side quest, and then they'll have a main quest about like the whole thing. And it's all meant to add context and stuff. But I agree, it kind of didn't really, other than Kazuha's sort of involvement with it, it didn't really add much to his side of the story. Like I'm still wondering what the heck is going on with Scaramouche.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking like, okay, with the Scaramouche thing, are we gonna finally figure out like what's really going on with Scaramouche? But then it's like, no. But I guess the main reason they did that was because they needed a way to tell us that he's not on Inazuma anymore.
I mean, we knew that because Child told us at the end of the second story quest. Like the last Inazuma Icon quest, he said that Scaramouche defected and ran.
Well, yeah, we knew he defected, but he thought he was still on Inazuma. Ayato made it clear that he's not on Inazuma anymore.
Yeah, that's why Child wasn't there at all, because he's hunting down Scaramouche.
Yeah, I still liked it though. It was a good story. I liked it a lot. Even though yes.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, did you guys notice that you could splash the last painting with like hydro?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I've been going there like almost every few days before the event ended with Kokumi and just splashing it.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool. Like, it's such a small thing.
But it's a big touch that they needed to do, and they did it. So I was like, yes, good job, because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like if they didn't do that, I'd be very disappointed.
I know. I was scared to try it. I was like, do I even want to try it? Because if they didn't do it, it's gonna be such a feel bad man. But
yeah,
exactly. I was so surprised.
Exactly. But I needed them to do it, and they did it. So I give them kudos.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing about that, hold on one second.
Pause for garage door.
Yeah, garage door going ham, you know. Yeah, so the only thing that didn't happen in that event that I really wanted to happen was Venti talking to Raiden. I felt like that was such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it.
We got the Klee and Yoimiya, and that was like awesome, and everybody's been wanting that for like forever, and I was like, hell yeah. But I'm like, Venti is on Inazuma right now, and he's not interacting with Raiden. What is this?
Well, I guess he's typical drunk venti.
Yeah. No, it was crazy, man. Because like I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, this is like the one time in the story where we have two Archons in the same region. Like, can we make this actually? Well, no, Zonkli did come to visit, but we don't know if Venti was around. But we knew Raiden was around. Raiden's not going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is the one time we have both of the two Archons in the same. Oh my god, hold up.
Oh, you gotta love that. Well, real quick, anyone that's listening, if you're enjoying the podcast, I know I'm just a guest here, but please give them a like, boost them up in the delicious algorithm. You gotta show the love.
Hey, man, looking out for us. Okay, I should be good with garage door shenanigans. But yeah, that made me really upset. I was sitting there the whole time after the Irodori festival was done, and I was like, wow, that really happened. Venti and Raiden did not communicate at all. I feel like that was just a really huge missed opportunity. But I bet there's a reason they don't want to do it, because like the thing is this, if they do it, like if they talk, then we want something important, because it's like, okay, two Archons are meeting, something important has to happen, So I guess they didn't want to like build up expectations and then like let them down. So it's probably for the best. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I'm surprised we haven't had the Archons interacting at all in any form yet.
I know.
Especially with Zhongli and Venti being so extremely close, like lore-wise and literally.
Yeah. It's crazy to me. It's crazy, but fortunately, that's just how everything goes right now in Genshin Impact. It's just how
right
it
now,
goes.
nothing goes in Genshin Impact.
Well, yeah, but we can't say it. But I can't say it. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so the Vibro Crystal research event, the wave fight event with the times. How you guys liking that?
It's fun. It's like the what is it? The one event we get all the time.
The Hayuken Ishi?
No, the other one. The one we had before it. Can't remember the name of it. Like energy something.
Energy Amplifier?
I think so.
Energy Amplifier is fighting a boss though. Like a set stage and like just having a time limit, but this one's like waves.
But it's the same like buffs and stuff. You get to pick the boss and you get to go crazy.
Oh yeah,
like
buffs. I would say the buffs are similar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it feels like, and it's pretty fun. I
guess it feels more like a mix between Hayuki.
There was always like
energy.
3 waves. It wasn't just the only one that was just bosses was the Lone Wanderer one or whatever, Coswa's event.
No, but Energy Amplifier also had bosses.
Yeah, but it was also like
yeah, it had like waves, but like set limit. This one's, I'd say this is like Hayuki Iki with the Energy Amplifier because
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like a mixture because you actually get the full team, not just 2 units. Yeah, it's definitely a plus though.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the event. I think probably the best thing about it that's different than the other events so far is that the enemies spawn kind of in the same area. Like I felt like with the Hayuken Ishi event, I kept getting really annoyed that you have to run across the entire map every single time you kill a wave.
That's true.
Like that's so tiresome, especially for units that use stamina like Ito or Hutao. You're just gonna use all your stamina to run over to the enemies, and then what are you gonna do? So I thought it felt really good. I think that if they add an endgame content, having something like that where it's like a horde mode, I think that's the combat gameplay that I really want. Like I want to fight wave after wave after wave because it feels really good to just smash a bunch of enemies,
No, it does. I do agree with that 100%. I do agree with that 100%. I like this event because it really it was kind of like that horde mode that we've always wanted, even though it's timed, but it's kind of like that first step towards it.
Yeah. My question for you two would be, would you prefer a horde mode like they did it, where it's like timed and you're trying to reach a score, or would you rather it be like survival based and the enemies just get harder over time or something?
You see, I would love survival, but the thing is that would they pull it off properly? Because it has to progressively get harder, and a lot of the time how Mihoyo does harder is just put more HP on something.
More HP, more damage is basically what's going to have to happen. It's just increase the level every time. Level's going to increase both, and to the point where you're basically not doing any damage, and if you get hit once, you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what would have to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think survival would be sick, because I mean, it would let people like me that have been playing a long time, or you, or basically all of us that have been playing forever, that have stacked out accounts, just to see how far we can push the limits.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Than, a time limit one where the limit is so high, and Mihoyo is really, really bad. Our Hoyoverse is really, really bad at gauging, where the Giga people are at.
Yeah, I think actually a survival mode, since we know they collect a ton of information, that would be a really good way for them to actually see
where the players are at. Actually, yeah. That would really put it in like perspective, because then you can see like how strong like a person's artifacts are like carrying them, or whaling and everything like
that already. Believe it or not.
Well, they do have the statistics, but it's like how many people will actually put it into like practice?
Put out a domain. The game knows how strong you are versus what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Put out a domain, it tells you your artifact strength, level strength, character strength, etc. Versus the content that you're doing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I've complained for like they added it like a year ago. I'm like, the system's already there for matchmaking for like raids and stuff.
Yeah. So
it's like, you have the system there. Why are we? It's a really neat system that's never utilized. Most people don't even know it exists.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I never really bothered with it.
Go on a domain at any time and quit out, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out 100%. But yeah, moving on though. I mean, I like this event. You did a good job with this one. I was actually kind of surprised how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would agree. I've been sort of getting a little bored of the combat events because, like I said, it always feels like there's like some part of it that's just really like you got to run across the map, or you got to wait for a bunch of enemies to respawn, or you're fighting bosses with DPS windows that you have to work with. And this one just like for me felt like no nonsense. Like you put your team in, you go in there, you kill a bunch of stuff, and that's it. And then that's really, I think that's what everyone just wants. Like, we don't really want anything complicated. It's just, we just want to go smash a bunch of stuff.
True. But if they do put something complicated, I want some mechanics.
Right, yeah. I think like, this is sort of off topic, but talking about Raiden's weekly boss fight, do you guys think that one-shot mechanic is like, it's like it feels like training for me. It feels like, okay, all the casual players are going to have their first one-shot mechanic right now, and it's going to be super easy to deal with. And so later on, I think they're going to add more one-shot mechanics that are obviously going to get progressively harder. Do you guys think that'll happen?
I think they are definitely stepping in the direction of taking things to that higher level, and we've seen it kind of in the weekly bosses. Step by step, the weekly bosses have basically been becoming harder and harder. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that they are heading in that direction where they're starting to incorporate more mechanics in order to kind of, change up the monotony of combat. And hopefully that is what they're trying to do. So if they bring in more mechanics where we have to right now it's Baby's first one shot. So later we might have a boss that has like 3 or 4, who knows?
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely agree with that. Like Raiden's weekly boss fight, I don't know about you guys, but I really love how they did that fight. Like it actually feels satisfying to fight her every week.
I'm just jamming out every time. That's one of my favorite boss tracks.
Oh yeah, no, the music is, I'm so glad that we can finally listen to that like in the game,
I literally go to the audio settings and I turn everything down but the music so I can just jam out there in the whole fight, because the fight takes a long time no matter how much damage you do. You do the mechanics of it.
Well, so you could skip the mechanics.
Oh, I can't one-shot her, that's all I know.
I was able to beat her within like one Hu Tao skill. So
Oh, yeah, I
But
couldn't do that.
I was doing
Eula-
some memery though.
Even when Eula ult, she died that fast because you like, for some reason at the very beginning, maybe I need to bring Pyro. I don't know, but she takes 0 damage.
Really? You should be
Yeah.
able to catch her with a Eula
No
burst.
damage.
I'll show
No,
you
I
my
mean, I
video
just
later,
don't-
but you should be able to catch her. I don't imagine you can't.
There's some mechanic I don't know about then because I haven't read what she does. Like most enemies in the game, I don't know what she does. I just beat her till she dies.
Yeah. I'll show you what I did, but yeah, that's another day. Yeah. Anyway, anything else regarding vibro crystal research?
No, I hope we're getting close to them being done with testing. I mean, they've been testing combat events for well over a year now. So.
Yes, they have. They have. But it's okay. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'd rather them take their time and like I really do agree with that like if they just rush out some boring endgame content, it won't last longer than a week or two and everyone's going to get sick of it. Like they really got to put something out that we can like enjoy for years or else it's just at this point it's just a waste.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right, let's move on to the lockdown in Shanghai. So, lockdown in Shanghai, as you guys already know, China's been they've been dealing with a lot. It's actually really crazy how bad it's been over there. Wait, did you fade out, Val?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, it's been very, very bad. Like they've been locked up in their buildings, especially high rises. They can't like. It's really bad. I read a thread on it. I might share it at the end of the stream, but it's very, very bad what's happening over there in Shanghai. Like they can't go out. Getting food is a mess. Like getting the necessities is a mess. Not to mention that they're paying for these things and they're not able to work. So their savings are literally dwindling as this is going on. And every time they think they're about to get out, they get pushed back another 14 days. It's
found another case and the cases keep going up and up.
yeah, it's very, very bad. So just a quick perspective of what's going on over there. And I'm like, Shanghai's one of those cities that's like super busy. Like I would
Shanghai
say
is like around like Shanghai's basically our New York.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like New York level busy. Like if you look at the streets from like a drone eye view, it's empty. Like really, really empty. And the worst part about it is like even like the people that need to go to hospitals, like the old and the sick, like they get to the hospital, right? Somehow they may have to walk there themselves or somebody might have to push them in a wheelchair. It's horrible what's going on over there. It's not very easy on them. So it's just a quick thing to put it in perspective for you guys who have been wondering what's like been going down over there. It's rough. So like I thought our lockdown was bad. I did not realize the level of lockdown that was going on over there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's lockdown.
Yeah.
No, it's rough for them.
Literally.
Mm.
I'm hearing that people are basically ordering mass like delivery of groceries to their apartment complexes and then trying to divvy up the food because they obviously they can't leave.
Yeah.
And it's crazy what they're having to go through there and obviously wishing everyone well. Hopefully
Also,
they get through it.
That's another thing. The delivery drivers and like even shopping from stores, because stores are closed. If a store opens up on an app, like it's only open for like 1 minute and then it's closed again because everybody's like buying everything instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like the delivery drivers, like they literally like one delivery driver's trying to like fill out orders for like hundreds of people. It's horrible. It's bad. It's bad. So, I mean, just when you really put into perspective, our issues with the patch being delayed are nothing compared to what they're dealing with.
Video game and those people are life or death. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I've been saying like my past videos. It feels like it's common sense, but you know,
Yeah.
people taking care of themselves is greater than my ability to play some little gotcha game.
True.
I just play another game, but they can't get another life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
feel a bit bad though, because some people are getting like some people are kind of like still like kicking Hoyoverse when it's down. And it's like, I feel like this is not the time to really be kicking Hoyoverse right now. Like, don't get me wrong, I know it's normally the thing to do, but like right now, I think we should kind of put what we want aside for like progress in the game and everything, and like just, you know, actually be human beings.
No, I think it's still fair to criticize the game for what it is, but you have to look at things in context as well.
Yeah.
You can't criticize the delay. That's not their fault.
That's true.
Right? Like,
that's true.
If it would be different if it was actually, you know, their fault and they could have prevented it, but they're not. Nobody could control this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more the virus going around and the way China's dealing with it. So basically, you can't really blame Mihoyo on this one.
No,
I mean, you can still criticize the game state. You can criticize lack of in-game, anything like that. But as far as the actual situation, it is what it is.
Yeah. So another thing, like a lot of people are expecting compensation for this, right?
Yeah, I don't like that. I made a video about that too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because you made a video about it. Now the thing is this, I'm not against like people getting compensation at all. Like, you know, 200, 300 primo gems, that's cool, right? But like some people are like out here demanding that they want like 10 rolls. I'm like, what? They didn't do this on purpose.
Compensation means they made a mistake.
Yeah.
They made a mistake.
But they didn't even really make a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, they're out there fighting for their lives, man. There's no mistake. They're just bad situation.
Yeah. It's horrible timing.
So that's the same thing I said in the video, right? It's like, I'll entertain the idea of it, but at the same time, realistically, I don't want compensation because they didn't make a mistake. But I'll have the discussion just for the sake of the discussion, right? Because I think it's healthy to have discussions about stuff like that. But realistically, I don't think we should get compensation personally.
I hear you. I hear you 100%.
I think we probably will get compensation, just because Mihoyo seems like that kind of company where, regardless of whether it's their fault or not, it's kind of like their policy. Like if
I think
they're late
gonna
on
get
something,
compensation. Like if you ask me to bet 100%, I think they're gonna give compensation.
Yeah, but I like just in general with this topic, what I hope to see, I guess, and so far I haven't seen anyone be really, like you said, you've seen people still kicking Mihoyo while they're down. Like I don't really know who's doing that right now. I haven't seen too many people be horribly immature about it, but like one thing I always worry about is how our relations as a player base are with Hoyoverse, because like I've been playing Lost Ark recently, and the player base has a good relationship with the development team, and they listen to them and they communicate. And I think part of that is, you know, the company listening, but part of that is also the community being respectful and like not, you know, they don't go. There are people that attack Smilegate, but there's also a huge part of the community that is kind of on the same page, and they advocate for the same things, and they have their voice heard. So I want to see something like that happen with us in Genshin. But I think a lot of the times the fan base, frankly, we make ourselves look awful. With just the way we react to certain things. Like some things are very justified, but the issue is that we view, like it seems like everyone views everything as justified to get angry, and I think it just makes us look like baby ragers, you know, like we're just mad about everything, and then that makes it really easy to dismiss us and our actual legitimate concerns. So I just like, especially with this situation, since it's obviously not their fault. Like this should be the one time where the Genshin community can come together and just agree that, you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, for a majority, that's what they're doing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying like a majority of people are like out here kicking it down. Like, it's really just a small minority, but I see it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? But from what I've seen, like the other content creators, what they've talked about, most of them have literally spoken the same thing where all three of us are saying here. It's not their fault. They're trying to save lives. It's 100% understandable. We have to be patient. That's what most, that's what I've seen content creators say. I've seen most people who have reacted to stuff say that. It's just, I would say the baby ragers, like you were saying, that come out the woodworks every once in a while that are acting up a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's good though. That's optimistic because at least we can all agree on something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. All right, so let's move on because still got some other stuff we gotta cover. Oh, okay. We gotta know what you think about Kuki Shinobu and Yelan, Flo.
Oh yeah. So, as mentioned, I don't look at leaks, so I won't have anything really specific to say about their kid. I mean, obviously we know.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want anything about the kid. I want to know what you just think about them in general.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, obviously, excited to get more niche elements like Electro Hydro. The more of those that we get, I think they add more to the team building than just another Pyro unit or Cryo unit because we have so many of those at this point. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to them. Although I am a little worried for Yellen because I don't look at leaks. I've just been watching the community react to nothing. Like, to me, it's nothing. I'm just seeing nothing happen. And then all of a sudden, everyone's really excited for her. And then all of a sudden, everyone's really doom posting about her. And I don't know what's going on in beta, but
yeah, you have no idea what's going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, but it seems like it's been like I had one of my theory crafting guys has been talking to me about it, and he looks at leaks and stuff, and he says that he's scared. Like, he's scared for her release because he thinks that there's more hype for her than there was for Raiden. And
really,
if that's true, then that's crazy. And there's no way she's gonna live up to that. Quite frankly, just as a Hydro unit and a boat, I don't know. I'm worried about her hype. I think it's maybe a little bit too much. But yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see. I guess I hope her kit is unique enough. Like we're starting to get to the point where we have enough Hydro units. Like we've got Child and Ayato, and they sort of complement each other. Like I want her to be unique enough where there's a reason to pull her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see about that. But yeah, and then Kuki, I'm really excited for just for lore reasons because Ito is a fantastic character and she's like his babysitter. So I just can't wait to I don't know what she does, but I really hope that I can put her in a team with Ito because that would just be really cool.
Yeah, the hype for them is very, very much high. In the case of the Yelan situation, it's definitely been blown out of proportion. I will definitely agree with you there. Like, I don't know if she'll truly be of that caliber, like you said, for what's her name, Raiden Shogun, but she'll definitely be up there. I think that she's gonna. All you need to know them is this: that she's gonna make them a lot of money.
Yeah, well, she's a good looking unit. I think that for waifu factors alone, people are gonna roll for her. But yeah, no. Hopefully, her kid is really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do. I mean, honestly, that's the biggest bummer of the delay for me, is that I have to keep dodging leaks for like another 2-3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Who knows?
However long it takes.
I'm not gonna say anything specific, but she looks really good. Like, not just visually. Raiden levels though, yeah, I don't know.
It's a tough call because
Raiden is like one of the best characters in the game, so it's like,
I mean, the fan base is definitely going crazy for her though. We can't lie.
He was 100%. But like I said, I don't think she's gonna be Raiden levels, but I do think she's gonna be one of the better. I can't say too much without spoiling, and I don't want to spoil.
I mean, purely going off hype, I could definitely see her being like one of the top 5 in banner sales.
Right.
Especially now that this delay is happening, I could definitely see her being in the top 5 for banner sales.
I don't see her beating the Raiden Kokumi combo. That one sold like crazy.
Yeah, I don't think she'll beat the sales either. I think just the concern with specifically with that guy does theory crafting in my channel. He was just saying that he's worried that after she comes out, she's not gonna be right in level strong, and people because they're expecting that they're gonna freak out.
Well, then let her freak out.
She's definitely gonna be
More for
like
me.
I would put her like a top 10 unit. From what I've seen, the numbers I've seen, like I explained before, I can do good head math. I'd put her around top 10.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that would definitely give her a really, really strong place. I think top 10 nowadays, considering there's like 50 units almost, like that's really a good spot to be in.
Yeah,
because I mean, she's gonna have
she has hype.
I don't want to spoil it too much. I'm not gonna, because you don't look at it. I don't want to talk about it too much, but she's gonna be good. Like, she has very, very good numbers. She's gonna be really good.
Yeah, she's good. She's gonna be fine. But okay, let's stop talking about Yelan. Kuki, the ninja.
No, you gotta say it right.
Kuki Shinobu.
The lawyer ninja.
Oh yeah, the lawyer ninja. That's also a babysitter.
Yes. She graduated from college from lawyer in Liyue, went to Inazuma to become a ninja for a street game.
Yeah.
So I have so many questions about like.
And you know what's funny? She was supposed to be a shrine maiden.
That's funny.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a shrine maiden. Like, her sister's one of the shrine maidens at the Narukami shrine, and like their family is like, they specialize in being shrine maidens, but she's like, nah, I ain't being a shrine maiden.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it's interesting. What I really want to know is how somebody who was like basically regarded so highly and so educated ended up in Ito's gang. That's what I want to know.
Someone's got to take care of him, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said it's so curious, because like she was the way what's her face talks about it, the other lawyer from Liyue.
Yan Fei, Yan Fei even like respects the mess out of her.
Yeah, she says some really good stuff. I had an absolute brain fart there, but yeah. She says that she was like super smart and all that and everything. So it's like super curious how she came into being what she is. Now she's just the babysitter of an entire street gang.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I think that's what everybody wants to know. So like, I think this was actually, I hope they do a hangout or maybe even some kind of story quest, because this is the one time I'm actually going to do a Genshin hangout event, because I've never done a hangout for a 4-star. So this will be the first time I do it just for her, because I need to know.
Yeah, no, I would totally do, like, if they put her hangout like with her release, I think that would be good, because having that story context, kind of makes it feel better when the units release, that they're not just randomly showing up out of nowhere. Like, there's something you can go do to learn about them. So yeah, I think a hangout would be a super good idea, especially because Ito is almost certainly going to be in it. So
yeah, he'll definitely be in it. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, and who doesn't want more Ito? So
right,
that's for sure. All right, so we'll do this next part. All right, Flo, it's time for one more topic. So Hoyoverse is now having the Yo Music competition. I don't know if you guys have, you know about it, Valk. Do you know about it, Flo? The Yo Music?
No, I don't know about that.
Okay, so this is actually a pretty cool event that they're holding right now. So basically, fans or people can enter in their music compositions. It can be like Genshin based music. It can be any music, honestly. They're just like, people are allowed to enter in their compositions into a contest, and then Hoyoverse is going to like pick the top songs and give them prizes. But my thing is that I'm wondering if they're going to take some of these music compositions and put them within some of the games that they fall under. So like, I don't know if you know about like TMB or anything. He's a Genshin content creator who makes a bunch of music. Like, he entered in a few pieces to the contest, and I've seen other like people on YouTube and even Twitter enter in some of their compositions. It's really cool because like now a bunch of those like music composition peeps are like just making a buttload of music to enter into this competition. So I've just been jamming.
Yo, that's sick. I'm gonna have to check out and see like what's available from that.
Yeah.
I think you could probably guess as to whether they're going to add it in game or not, because they would have to put that in the contract.
Yeah, that's true.
Or in the guidelines, because they can't just take someone's music and
Yeah.
slap it in the game. So like having permissions, you know, if they say, hey, we're gonna basically yeet your permissions for this, then that's like sort of them saying, I would think that, yeah, they're gonna.
Well, I'd
use
have
it
to
for
double
something.
check, but I know that they're going to do a showcase for like the top ones they pick later.
Okay.
So
I mean,
we'll-
I think it's possible that they could use it. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, some of these are really good. I've listened to a few of them. They're really, really nice. So
No, yeah, the Genshin community has a ton of talented people, like
a ton.
very artistic people.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
And I actually like that there's finally something for those people who make music, because like I've seen so many like Genshin groups like make original songs, like Let the Wind Lead, the one with like the one with like Zhao, Venti, Klee, and Chi-Chi. I don't know if you've seen that video. Toronto reacted to it. And then there's so many good ones. So it would be nice
Yeah.
to see some of them get some recognition finally after all this time.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be fantastic as well.
Yeah.
They do a lot of like the art contests
Yeah.
for like the artists, so it
Exactly.
only makes sense that they would do it for the musicians as well.
Yeah, but yeah, this is not just like Genshin, it's like Honkai. They even have Honkai Star Rail. They even have Tears of Themis. So like any theme of music that fits into like one of those 4 categories, I think is just free to be entered. Honestly, I don't even think they really have to even follow a theme. You just make a composition and you turn it in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
yeah, I can't wait to see what the winners are. But I hope they do something where we can even listen to like the losers, because I think there's going to be a lot of good pieces in there that they didn't pick for the winners.
Right, like hopefully they just announce the winners and then have like a list of, or like a source that you can go to
Yeah,
listen
for
to
all of the other
entrants.
ones. Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be really cool. And it's just a good way to get people out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just help with exposure and all that stuff. Like that's one thing about Genshin that I really appreciate, is that they do a lot to make sure that it's a good game to create for. Like they allow you to use the music, you can use all the assets, you don't have to worry about them coming down on you for that. Other than like leak stuff, obviously. Or one time, didn't you get a strike for using like a legit piece of content? Like, it was like a banner or something.
They literally posted it and then they took it down in the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden it was counted as leaked content when they posted it. I was so
Yeah,
mad,
I remember
man.
that.
And
I
then
remember that.
what really made me mad was that the day of the stream, literally the morning of, I woke up and I was talking to Valk in the call, and then it's like, you got a copyright strike. I'm like, for what? And
Oh,
it was
boy.
literally like 2 days after you made the video, because it's the video for the live stream that was literally about to drop in like 30 minutes. And then I have a copyright strike for it. I'm like, really? So you guys couldn't just wait 2 days until it was okay again? Like, you really had to come at me for this?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's some giga cringe right there on their end. But yeah, but for the most part,
it's a
pretty chill game to create for, and they do have these like artist events and stuff that like showcase what talented people are doing in the community. So I mean, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I do enjoy that. And also they've started doing that magazine thing where they just show off artists and stuff that they've deemed like worthwhile. So that's pretty cool too. They don't even ask you to enter that. They just like pick some stuff up and they just make a magazine and show it off.
Oh yeah, no, that's sick.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh man, we still have a few more topics. Okay. Honkai Star Rail closed beta signups are now open until May 15th. So for those of you who are interested, you better get signed up. You guys looking forward to Honkai Star Rail?
Yes and no. I played a lot of turn-based gotchas in my day, because that's 90% of them. So yes and no. I'll have to wait and see.
Okay. What about you, Flo?
Yeah, I'm not a huge turn-based person. Like, part of the reason I love Genshin so much is that it's like so tactile. Like you're like the combat is so involved. Like it feels like that's what I love about it. I feel like turn-based games are fun for strategy, but what I always worry about with them is that like even characters that have really cool animations and stuff, it's like it's hard for it not to get stale. Because it's just, it's always the same angle, it's always the same animation. Like there's very little difference every time you use the ability. So I hope they do well with that. Like if they make the fights interesting enough, it shouldn't be a problem. But I hope people enjoy it for real. It seems like the production quality was fantastic for the trailer, and it really does seem like Hoyoverse wants to kind of make something for everyone. They want to have like a game that they could appeal to pretty much any kind of gamer.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's not dwell too much on this. You guys already know. Go sign up. If you need the link, let me know. I'll give it to you. But yeah, you guys go sign up on the Honkai Star Rail official site if you guys are looking to get into the closed beta, and also make sure you check out the social media because they've been posting about some of the new characters that are dropping into the game. So just heads up. All right. Finally. Sorry, I took a lot longer to get to this point than I thought we would. All right. Now, we are about to do some Genshin Impact trivia. It's trivia.
Oh yeah, let me close out of that chat there.
Yeah, close that chat. All right, guys. So this is how it's gonna go. Flo is going to be asked 10 questions total. If Flo can get 7 of those questions right, yes, 7, he will win one of you lucky viewers a Welkin Moon. Now, if Flo does not get 7 of those questions right, nobody wins a Welkin Moon, and you'll have to show up next time in order to get your chance. So if you guys don't get a Welkin Moon today, blame Flo. Don't blame me. I only asked the questions. Now, I've ranged the questions from easy, medium to hard. All right, there's about 3 easy, 3 medium, and about 4 hard. Just a heads up. Now, I do want to make this a little easy on Flo, so I gave him 2 lifelines. One is 50-50, and the other is Ask the Chat. So you guys will probably be called on at some point in order to help him out to answer one of these trivia questions. So you guys better brush up. Flo, I'm trusting you not to cheat. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. I'm just running around mining right now.
Yeah, I trust you not to cheat. So
Yeah, get your Google fingers ready.
Yeah, get your Google fingers ready, man. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. If you want to use one of your lifelines, just let me know. All right, heads up. I'm not gonna, since I'm trusting you not to cheat, I'm not gonna give you a time limit to answer these questions. Well, you have like a minute, but you know, when it gets too long, obviously I'm gonna make you answer.
Right.
All right.
I'll try not to take too long.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's go to the first question. All right. So it might take a second for it to show up on the stream for you, but I'm going to read it out to you. All right.
Okay.
All right. So question number 1. What was the name of the god who ruled over Old Mondstadt? A, god of hurricanes, Storm Terror. B, god of the north winds, Andreas. C, gods of the tempest, Nabarius. Or D, god of storms, Dakarabian. Might be
Dakarabian.
Dakarabian? Is that your final answer?
Is that how you?
Yeah, Dakarabian. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
That's your final answer? You are correct. Yeah. It is answer D. You got the first one right. It's looking good for you guys. All right. Question number 2. All right. Who is the Cried Prince Albedo's creator? A, Rhindaughter. B, Alice. C, the Abyss Order. Or D, Conria.
Oh, it's Rhindaughter.
Final answer?
Oh yeah.
Hey, okay. 2 for 2. Okay, firing off. I see you.
Albedo is my top 3. Like, he's one of my favorite units.
Well, these are the easy questions, Val.
He got ramp up.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna ramp up. Okay. Okay. Question number 3. Ready? Which pyro character does the title Frolicking Flames belong to? A, Klee. B, Yanfei. C, Yoimiya. Or D, Hu Tao?
Oh, that's Yanfei.
You're positive?
Oh yeah.
Wrong. The answer is
really?
C, Yoimiya.
Oh shoot. Holy crap. Okay, yeah.
Okay, you were feeling a little confident.
Yeah, I was a little overconfident there. I was just like, whatever, it's... Oh, wow.
Yeah, Frolicking Flames. All right, ready? Now we're getting into the medium questions. So you're 2 for 3 right now, just a heads up. All right?
All right.
What is the name of the Geo Traveler's elemental burst? A, Resonant Waves. B, Star Shatter. C, Calcite Might. Or D, Wake of Earth.
If I get this wrong, Dante's gonna kill me. I have a Geo main in my community. I gotta get this right. I can't fail Dante. I think it's Calcite Might.
Are you positive that's your final answer?
What was the last one again?
D. Wake of Earth.
You have lifelines too.
I know, but I don't want to use them yet. I know the questions are gonna get harder. I'm gonna go with Calcite Might. I'm gonna go with that.
You're wrong, my friend.
No.
The answer is D. Wake of Earth.
Oh, dang it. That was my second choice. I should have gone with that.
Sorry, man. All right,
Oh, right.
Here we go. You're 2 for 4. If you miss one more, well, no, you can miss one more, but once you miss 2 more, you're out.
Oh, no.
All right, you ready?
Sure builds.
Okay,
Yeah.
question number 5. Here we go. So, in which version of the game was the gadget parametric transformer added? A. Version 1.4, Invitation of Windbloom of Jadeite. B. Version 1.5, Beneath the Light of... Oh, sorry. B was... Invitation of Windbloom was 1.4. Beneath the Light of Jadeite is 1.5. C. Version 1.3, All That Glitters. Or D. Version 1.2, The Chalk Prince and the Dragon. It should be up for you now, right? You see it?
I'm not looking at the stream right now because I don't want to. I just
Okay.
exit out of it. That was a long time ago, man. I gotta think about that for a second. So
You need to go now.
1.4 would have been right. Windbloom, right? So that would have been Venti and all that good stuff. It was either 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, right? Those are the.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, I'm gonna go with 1. What are the titles of 1.2 and 1.3 again?
The title of 1.2 is The Chalk Prince and the Dragon, and 1.3 is All That Glitters.
I'm gonna go with 1.4.
Is that your final answer?
No, now I'm sweating. I'm thinking either 1.3 or 1.4. I'm trying to muster up the courage to pick one of those.
You sure you don't want to use a 50-50?
Not yet, because I can fail one more before I'm like on the last.
Okay.
I'm gonna save
I'm gonna give
them.
you 10 seconds.
All right.
Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum.
Let's go with 1.4. Let's go with 1.4.
That is wrong, good sir. The
Oh,
answer
God.
is 1.3, All That Glitters.
No!
I was wrong too. I was like 50-50. I remember doing it in Lantern Ride.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it was
All right,
1.2.
you can't miss any more after this, all right?
Yeah, I'm about to use them lifelines.
Okay. Question number 6. To whom does the passive talent Precise Shot belong? A. Savior from Another World, Aloy. B. Gliding Champion Amber. C. Penaloon Gaze Ganyu. It's Ganyu. And D.
Right.
Crowfeather Kabureya Kujosari. What? Man, let's just put the names. Basically, Ganyu, Amber, Kujosara, and Aloy. To whom does the passive Precise Shot belong?
And that okay. I am pretty sure I know this one. I don't want to use my lifeline because I feel like I know this one, and I'm gonna say Amber, and that is my final answer.
You are correct.
Oh, thank goodness! I was
Okay,
like, if
3
I get
for
this
3.
wrong, I don't even.
3 for 3 out of 6. Okay, ready? Now we're in the hard questions. What was the name of the god who assisted Raiden Makoto in planting the sacred Sakura during... Oh, sorry, hold on. Okay, what was the name of the god who assisted Raiden Makoto in planting the sacred Sakura during the story quest Imperatrix Ambrosia Chapter Act 2? Was it A. Astaroth, B. Istaroth, C. Asmodeus, or D. Primordial One?
Oh.
Lifeline time.
I thought A was going to be one of the answers.
A. Astaroth, B. Istaroth, C. Asmodeus, or D. Primordial One?
Hey, get googling. Hurry.
I'm going to use the 50-50.
50-50? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it A. Astaroth or B. Istaroth?
Astaroth.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm sorry, good sir. The answer is B. Istaroth.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I didn't know that one at all. I didn't know that there was even a god that helped with. I thought it was just Makoto gave A the seed and was like, here you go. And she was like, cool. And dropped it.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any of that.
I'm sorry, man. Looks like our buddy here failed to get you guys a welcome boost this time. But don't worry, guys. If you tune in next week, you guys will have another chance with a new content creator, 100%.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's a little bit of a makes it better at all, like I give away welcomes in my Discord.
Oh yeah, you hear that?
Based on the number of Patreon members I have. So I give away 2 every 2 weeks right now. If you guys want to hop in my Discord and just, plug in for those giveaways, maybe, tune into some live streams, something like that,
Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, no wins there. And it seems like nobody has any questions, but we've already ran over our time for the stream. So I'm going to ask you just a big question to end this stream, if you're cool with that. All right.
Yeah.
So what life advice would you give the viewers, just like in general?
Just in general?
Yeah.
Well, for your body, drink water, please. Drink water.
Mhm.
Posture is very helpful. Other than that, just like I think people overcomplicate self-help, make it this big thing that it doesn't have to be sometimes. Just listen to your body, listen to what's being I see people ignore their obvious signs all the time. You're burning out on Genshin, go play something else. You're feeling bored of something, that's just the way it is. But yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, shoot. But if you take 1.5 grams of uranium and you put it in your butt, it'll cure everything.
This man.
I'm kidding.
All right. Thank you, FlowCat, for being on the stream, man. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate that.
And everybody, if you haven't, please check out FlowCat's channel. Link will be in the description. I should put in the pinned comment a bit later. But please check out his channel. Awesome dude. Greatly appreciate you stopping by. It was really fun. And thanks for being the guinea pig for the trivia.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is great. I love talking about Genshin.
We'll bring you back on to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta study up after that. I feel I'm embarrassed to be.
It's okay, man. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the stream. Greatly appreciate it. All right, you guys take it easy. Bye.